What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? What if true happiness isn't something you chase, but something you create by mastering your emotions, accepting life as it is, and learning to live with inner peace? We live in a world obsessed with external achievement, always striving for the next big thing. Bigger house, better job, more followers. But what if the real key to happiness lies in looking inward and practicing ancient wisdom? That's exactly what the Stoics have been teaching us for over 2,000 years. Today, you're going to learn how the Stoic approach to life can help you master your emotion, develop mental resilience, and achieve happiness, not by chasing it, but by cultivating it from within. In this video, I'm going to share 10 proven Stoic ways to master happiness in your life today. So, if you're tired of the roller coaster of emotion and ready to find stability, clarity, and peace, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with simple, actionable steps that you can start using today to radically improve your emotional well-being and mental resilience. Trust me, once you see how powerful these Stoic practices are, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Let's dive in. Topic 1. Focus only on what you can control. We all have a tendency to get caught up in things we can't control, don't we? It's easy to get overwhelmed by the actions of others, external events, or situations that seem out of our hands. Whether it's the weather, political chaos, or the behavior of people around us, it feels like there's always something happening that's beyond our control. But here's the reality. The more you try to control what you can't, the more frustrated and anxious you'll feel. This is exactly where the Stoic philosophy teaches us a powerful lesson. Focus only on what you can control. Now, think about this. Imagine you're driving a car, and you're stuck in a traffic jam. You can't control the cars in front of you, the road conditions, or the weather. All of that is out of your hands. What you can control, however, is how you respond to the situation. You have the power to decide how you'll feel in that moment. You can choose to get frustrated and stressed, or you can choose to remain calm and collected. You could listen to an audiobook, enjoy a moment of reflection, or take a few deep breaths. The point is, it's your response to situations that ultimately shapes your happiness, not the situation itself. This is a simple but profound shift in perspective. When you apply this principle, you start to free yourself from unnecessary stress. You realize that the power to shape your emotional state is entirely in your hands. By recognizing the distinction between what you can control and what you can't, you begin to understand that your true power lies in your actions, thoughts, and reactions. It's about choosing where to focus your energy, and not wasting it on things beyond your control. A perfect example of this in practice is Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. His entire rule was based on focusing on what he could control, even in the most chaotic times. Imagine this. Rome was under siege, the empire was at war, and yet, rather than getting swept up in panic or anger, Marcus kept his focus on what he could influence. He led with clarity, making thoughtful decisions and staying calm under pressure. His leadership was defined not by reacting impulsively, but by responding with purpose and wisdom. This is the essence of the Stoic mindset. It's about responding thoughtfully to the chaos around you, not reacting blindly. Now, here's a simple exercise for you. The next time you find yourself stressing over something you can't control, whether it's a work deadline, someone's opinion of you, or a global crisis, pause and ask yourself, what part of this situation can I actually influence? Focus on what you can do, and let go of everything else. Letting go doesn't mean you're passive or indifferent. It means you're choosing to invest your energy in areas where you can make a difference. You'll soon notice a profound shift in your emotional state. Rather than feeling helpless or overwhelmed, you'll feel empowered and in control of your response. Quick summary. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions, you reduce unnecessary stress and build mental resilience. You stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your reach and start living with purpose. Now, let's dive into another crucial aspect of Stoic wisdom, embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth. Topic 2. Embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. What if I told you that the greatest opportunities for growth often come wrapped in hardship? It's a difficult concept to accept, especially when you're facing something challenging. But here's the truth: adversity, when viewed through the right lens, becomes a powerful tool for personal development. Stoicism teaches us to embrace adversity, not as something to avoid, but as something to learn from. Let's think about the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was born a slave. Despite his circumstances, he embraced the challenges of his life, understanding that hardship is an inevitable part of existence. He didn't see adversity as something to fear or run from. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to strengthen his character, to test his resilience, and to refine his mindset. This is the essence of mental resilience, the ability to grow stronger through struggle. Adversity forces us to face our limitations and fears, pushing us beyond the comfortable boundaries of our everyday lives. And here's the beautiful part: each time we face adversity and overcome it, we come out stronger, wiser, and more capable. It's like lifting weights at the gym. The resistance is what builds your strength. Without it, you wouldn't improve. Similarly, life's challenges serve as the resistance that builds your mental and emotional muscles. But don't just take the philosopher's word for it. Look around. Many of the most successful people in history, from Thomas Edison to Steve Jobs, faced massive setbacks and failures. Yet, it was through these failures that they found their most important lessons and greatest breakthroughs. Every time they stumbled, they had a choice: to quit or to rise again, stronger than before. They chose growth. When adversity strikes, instead of being defeated, ask yourself, what is this situation teaching me? It's all about mindset. By shifting your focus from the pain of the moment to the lesson it holds, you turn every challenge into an opportunity. This is how you build mental toughness, by seeing adversity not as a burden, but as a stepping stone on the path to becoming a stronger version of yourself. Quick summary: embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth transforms hardship into a tool for self-improvement. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, use them to build your resilience. Now, let's explore another fundamental Stoic principle: living according to nature. Topic 3. Live according to nature. What does it mean to live according to nature? It's not about going into the wild and living like a hermit. No, it's much more profound than that. Living according to nature means aligning your life with the natural rhythms of the world, and embracing the fact that things are not always within your control. It's about understanding the world around you, and more importantly, accepting your place within it. Stoicism teaches us that everything has a natural order, a purpose, and that our job is to live in harmony with this order. If you think about it, nature doesn't rush. It doesn't force things to happen. It allows everything to unfold in its time. The trees don't worry about when the leaves will fall, and the sun doesn't question when it's time to set. They simply flow with the natural course of events. The beauty of nature lies in its effortless balance, reminding us that the most fulfilling lives are often the ones that flow naturally, without forced striving. By living according to nature, you stop resisting what life brings your way. Instead, you accept it with grace, understanding that life unfolds as it should. The Stoics believed that we too should live in a way that is in alignment with nature, embracing what comes our way with an open heart and mind. Acceptance of life's unpredictability doesn't make us passive, it makes us strong. This doesn't mean surrendering to life's hardships without action, but rather approaching challenges with clarity, patience, and awareness. Take, for example, the seasons. Winter is cold and harsh, but it doesn't last forever. It eventually gives way to spring, which brings new life. This cyclical nature of life teaches us that no matter how hard the times may seem, they will pass, and better times will come. When you understand this truth, you begin to approach life's difficulties with patience, knowing they are not permanent. This perspective gives you the resilience to endure tough times, knowing they are simply part of the natural cycle of life. By accepting the ebb and flow of circumstances, you can live more peacefully, without being overwhelmed by life's ups and downs. This concept can also be applied to personal growth. Growth happens naturally when you focus on developing yourself, step by step, day by day. It's like planting a seed in the ground. You don't rush the plant to grow. it naturally grows at its own pace. The same goes for you. Your personal growth will unfold in its own time as long as you nurture it and don't try to force it. Forcing growth often leads to frustration, but embracing a natural pace allows for true, lasting development. This is where resilience comes in. You learn to trust that, just like nature, your efforts will bear fruit when the time is right. Living according to nature also means acknowledging the parts of life you cannot control, such as the actions of others, the weather, or external events. What you can control is how you react to those events, how you choose to see them, and how you allow them to shape your mindset. When you act with patience and acceptance, you find that you can move through life with far less stress and frustration. Quick summary. Living according to nature means aligning your actions with a natural flow of life, accepting what comes your way without resistance, and trusting the process. By understanding life's rhythms and embracing them, you find a sense of peace and purpose. Now that we've looked at nature's way, let's dive into the power of gratitude and contentment. Topic 4. Practice gratitude and contentment. We often chase happiness like it's something outside of us, don't we? We believe that happiness lies in achieving something, whether it's a bigger paycheck, a promotion, or a new relationship. We're always looking ahead, thinking, if I just get this, then I'll be happy. But here's the thing, true happiness isn't found in what we get, it's found in what we already have. The Stoics understood this deeply, and that's why they placed such a strong emphasis on gratitude and contentment, because these qualities allow us to find happiness in the present, no matter where we are in life. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that more is always better. But when we constantly chase the next thing, we lose sight of the incredible blessings right in front of us. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the less you focus on what you lack. Gratitude shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Think about it. When was the last time you paused and thought, I'm thankful for the simple things? It could be the ability to wake up in the morning, the comfort of your home, the warmth of a hug from a loved one, or the peace of a quiet moment. These things, though they seem small, are often the very things that give us a sense of fulfillment. The more you practice gratitude, the more you begin to train your mind to notice the positives in life, even when things aren't going perfectly. It's easy to fall into the trap of looking at what you don't have, but gratitude helps you refocus on what you do have, which is often more than enough. This simple shift in thinking can dramatically change your outlook on life. Contentment comes from recognizing that what you have is enough. It's not about being passive or settling for less. It's about realizing that you don't need more to be happy. The Stoics believed that our desires often create more unhappiness than fulfillment. Think about it. When we constantly seek more, we're always looking ahead, never fully appreciating what we've already achieved or accumulated. Contentment is about finding peace in the present moment, no matter how much or how little you have. It's about realizing that happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but rather on the inner choice to embrace what is. By learning to be content with what we already have, we release ourselves from the endless pursuit of more. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't work toward your goals or strive for improvement. It simply means that you don't need to wait for something external to change in order to feel happy. Happiness starts within, and contentment allows you to enjoy life, regardless of the external conditions. A simple practice you can adopt today is to keep a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. They can be small things that bring you peace and joy. Over time, this daily practice will help you shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. Even when things aren't going as planned, this practice can remind you of the good that already exists in your life, allowing you to navigate challenges with a more balanced perspective. Consider this example. Imagine you've had a long, stressful day at work. Instead of fixating on the negative, take a moment before bed to list everything you're grateful for. It could be something small like a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a moment of connection with a friend, or even the fact that you have a roof over your head. When you make gratitude a habit, you begin to train your mind to find joy in the present moment, rather than constantly looking ahead for something else. Gratitude and contentment are not just fleeting emotions, they are powerful tools for transforming your mindset. When you shift your focus to the present, you unlock a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment that doesn't rely on external circumstances. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to live in peace with what you have, knowing that the present moment is enough. Quick summary. Practicing gratitude and contentment shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It cultivates happiness in the here and now, and frees you from the constant pursuit of external validation. Now that we've explored gratitude, let's talk about the power of self-reflection. Topic 5. The power of self-reflection. Self-reflection is like holding up a mirror to your soul. It's the act of looking within to understand your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is one of the most powerful tools for growth. Without reflection, we move through life on autopilot, reacting to situations instead of responding consciously. Think about it. How often do we truly take the time to pause and reflect on our day? When we don't take time to reflect, we miss out on valuable lessons. Every conversation, every decision, every challenge carries with it a potential lesson, but it's only through reflection that we can uncover those lessons. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, practiced self-reflection daily. Before going to sleep, he would reflect on his day, asking himself questions like, did I live according to my values? Did I act with integrity? This practice helped him stay grounded and focused, no matter what was happening in his life. Now, you might be thinking, I'm too busy to reflect. But here's the thing, you don't need hours to reflect. You can start small. Every night, spend just 5 minutes asking yourself, what went well today? What could I have done better? This simple habit can have a profound impact on your growth and emotional well-being. Self-reflection also helps you take ownership of your emotions. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances, you start to look at how your thoughts and reactions contribute to the situation. This shift is incredibly empowering. You realize that you have the power to change your mindset and your actions. No one else can do that for you. Quick summary. Self-reflection helps you gain clarity, learn from your experiences, and improve your emotional intelligence. It allows you to take conscious control over your life. Next, let's explore how detaching from the opinions of others can enhance your inner peace. Topic 6. Detach from the opinions of others. Have you ever caught yourself worrying about what others think of you? Maybe it's the judgment of your friends, family, or even strangers on social media. The truth is, other people's opinions of you have very little to do with who you truly are. Yet, we often let them control how we feel, how we act, and even how we define ourselves. The Stoics understood this perfectly. They believed that your value does not depend on the approval of others, but on your own character and actions. In fact, one of the key Stoic principles is to focus on living virtuously, on acting according to your values, rather than seeking external validation. The opinions of others are like the wind. They come and go, but they don't change the direction of your life unless you let them. Think of it like this. Imagine you're walking through a crowded street. There are all kinds of voices around you, some positive, some negative, but the only voice that truly matters is the one inside your head. If you let the noise of the crowd influence your path, you'll lose sight of where you want to go. But if you focus on your own direction, your own values, then you can walk confidently, regardless of what anyone else thinks. This doesn't mean being rude or dismissive of others. It simply means recognizing that other people's opinions don't define your worth or your actions. When you detach yourself from seeking approval, you gain freedom. You stop wasting emotional energy on what others think and start investing it in living authentically. A practical example: if you find yourself worrying about what others might say about your decisions, whether it's changing careers, pursuing a passion, or living differently, take a moment to remind yourself that it's your life to live, not theirs. Stay true to your values, and you'll find that the opinions of others lose their power. Quick summary: detaching from the opinions of others gives you the freedom to live authentically, focusing on your values rather than external validation. Now, let's dive into how mindfulness can help you cultivate inner peace. Topic 7. Cultivate inner peace through mindfulness. Inner peace, it's something we all strive for, but how often do we actually achieve it? In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed, scattered, and disconnected. Whether it's juggling work, personal commitments, or the constant influx of information from the world around us, it's easy to feel like you're being pulled in every direction. But here's where mindfulness steps in. Mindfulness isn't just a trendy buzzword. It's a powerful Stoic practice that helps you stay present and centered, no matter what life throws your way. Mindfulness is about being fully aware of the present moment without judgment. It's about observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting caught up in them. The Stoics believed that much of our stress comes from reacting impulsively to external events, whether they're things that have already happened or things we anticipate happening. Mindfulness teaches us to stop being carried away by our emotion and instead respond with calm, clear thinking. By staying rooted in the present, you stop letting your mind run wild with worries about the future or regrets about the past. You stop becoming a slave to your thoughts. Think about the last time you were caught up in stress. Chances are, it wasn't because of the present moment, but because you were either ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. How often have you found yourself replaying a conversation from the past, or stressing about something that might happen tomorrow? That's where mindfulness makes a huge difference. When you practice mindfulness, you train your mind to focus solely on what is happening right now, and this takes you out of the grip of past regrets and future anxieties. This doesn't just reduce stress, it also enhances your emotional control because you're no longer at the mercy of every passing thought or external stimulus. A simple way to start is by incorporating mindful breathing into your daily routine. Take 5 minutes, close your eyes, and focus only on your breath. Inhale deeply, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly. As you focus on your breath, your mind will inevitably wander, and that's completely normal. The key here is not to judge yourself for getting distracted, but to gently bring your attention back to your breath. This practice centers your mind and helps you reconnect with the present moment. Even 5 minutes a day can help bring you a sense of peace, grounding you in the here and now. But mindfulness doesn't just apply to breathing, it can be practiced in any activity. The next time you eat, take a moment to truly savor your food. Notice the taste, texture, and aroma. How often do we eat on autopilot, barely noticing what's on our plate? This simple act of mindfulness brings you back to the present, helping you develop a deeper sense of peace. It doesn't have to be complicated. Mindfulness can be as simple as paying attention to the present moment, whatever you're doing, whether it's walking, washing the dishes, or even having a conversation. The more you practice, the more naturally it will come, and soon, you'll start experiencing moments of inner peace even in the midst of chaos. Mindfulness, when practiced regularly, doesn't just provide a temporary escape from stress. It allows you to build emotional resilience, so when life throws curveballs your way, you can face them with clarity and composure. By focusing on the present moment, you stop letting the noise of the world take over your peace of mind. Instead, you become the calm in the storm. Quick summary: mindfulness helps you stay present and calm, cultivating inner peace and emotional clarity. It's a practice that teaches you to respond to life thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively. Now, let's explore the importance of virtue in your daily life. Topic 8. The importance of virtue in daily life. What does it mean to live a virtuous life? For many, the idea of virtue might sound like an old-fashioned concept, something from a different era. But the truth is, virtue is the cornerstone of a fulfilling, resilient life, and it's a core principle of Stoic philosophy. At its essence, virtue is about living in alignment with your highest moral values. It's about making choices that reflect wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, the 4 cardinal Stoic virtues. These virtues are not abstract ideals, they are practical tools that help you navigate the complexities of everyday life. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes not from external achievements, but from living virtuously. Take, for example, the virtue of wisdom. Wisdom isn't just about knowing facts, it's about making thoughtful, informed decisions. Every day, you have the opportunity to make decisions that align with your values, whether it's in your relationships, your work, or your personal development. Choosing wisdom means thinking carefully about your actions and their consequences. Courage is another vital virtue. It's not just about physical bravery, but about the courage to stand firm in your convictions, even when faced with adversity. When life gets tough, courage allows you to stay true to your principles and keep moving forward, no matter how challenging the situation may be. Justice, on the other hand, is about fairness and treating others with respect. It's about acting in ways that contribute to the well-being of others, not just yourself. A just life involves making decisions that are morally right, even when it's difficult. Temperance, the final Stoic virtue, is about self-control and moderation. It's the ability to resist temptations and maintain balance in your life. Temperance helps you avoid excess, whether it's in your eating, your work, or your relationships. By practicing this virtue, you keep your mind clear and your emotions in check. Here's the thing, virtue isn't something that happens overnight. It's a daily practice. Every day, you have the opportunity to cultivate these virtues through your actions and decisions. The more you make virtue a habit, the more it becomes ingrained in who you are, and the more you align with your true nature. Quick summary: living virtuously through wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance creates a fulfilling life and strengthens your mental resilience. Next, let's explore the power of a daily Stoic practice. Topic 9. The power of a daily Stoic practice. Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of purpose, inner peace, and emotional control. What if I told you that a daily Stoic practice could help you achieve just that? A daily Stoic practice is a powerful way to keep your mind centered, your emotions in check, and your life aligned with your values, all while building long-lasting resilience. The beauty of Stoicism is that it's not a philosophy meant to be admired from a distance. It's meant to be lived, and the best way to live it is through consistent daily practice. Stoic practices are simple, yet transformative, and when done regularly, they create a foundation for lasting change in your life. One of the most effective Stoic practices is morning reflection. When you wake up, take a few moments to set your intentions for the day. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? How can I respond with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? This brief reflection helps you mentally prepare for the day ahead, so you're not reacting impulsively when difficulties arise. Another powerful practice is journaling. Each day, take time to write down your thoughts, reflections, and observation. Reflect on your actions, what went well, what didn't, and what you can improve on. This helps you gain clarity, grow emotionally, and stay aligned with your Stoic principles. The act of writing forces you to slow down, think deeply, and gain insight into your own behavior and mindset. Meditation is also a vital part of the daily Stoic practice. It helps calm your mind and center your thoughts. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day of mindful breathing or contemplation can have a profound impact on your emotional well-being. It's a way to detach from the noise of the world and reconnect with yourself. A practical tip: start with small daily practices, like morning reflection or journaling, and gradually build upon them. Over time, you'll begin to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll become more focused, more resilient, and more at peace with yourself and the world around you. Quick summary: a daily Stoic practice of morning reflection, journaling, and meditation helps you stay grounded and aligned with your values. It builds resilience and creates lasting emotional control. Now, let's explore a unique Stoic practice that can transform your approach to life: negative visualization. Topic 10. The Stoic practice of negative visualization, preparing for the worst to appreciate the best. What if I told you that imagining the worst possible outcome could actually make you happier? It sounds counterintuitive, right? But the Stoic practice of negative visualization teaches us just that. By contemplating what could go wrong, you begin to appreciate what you have right now. Negative visualization doesn't mean dwelling on doom and gloom. Instead, it's a proactive exercise in putting things into perspective. It's about imagining the worst-case scenario, not to create fear, but to foster gratitude and emotional resilience. Think about it. When you prepare for the worst, you start to realize how much you truly have and how precious it all is. A simple way to apply negative visualization is by thinking about the things you value the most. Imagine losing them for a moment: your health, your relationships, your job. When you consider how much these things mean to you, it can deepen your appreciation for them. The Stoics believed that this kind of visualization keeps us humble and grounded, reminding us not to take things for granted. But there's more to it. Negative visualization also prepares you for challenges. By mentally rehearsing difficult situations, you become more resilient when they actually happen. It's like mental training. The more you practice facing adversity in your mind, the easier it is to handle when it shows up in real life. It's about building mental toughness and emotional clarity, so you're not blindsided when things don't go as planned. Let's take a look at an example. Imagine you're about to give a big presentation at work. Instead of focusing on the potential success, try imagining everything that could go wrong. What if the technology fails? What if you forget your words? What if people aren't interested? Now, consider how you'd respond in those situations. When you mentally prepare for these setbacks, you're less likely to be thrown off balance if they actually happen. You've already anticipated the worst and are ready to handle it with grace. Here's the real beauty of negative visualization. After you've mentally prepared for the worst, you realize that life isn't so bad after all. You start to appreciate the present moment and all the blessings you currently have. It's a practice that encourages you to live with more presence and gratitude, knowing that life could always be worse, but you have the power to make the best of whatever comes your way. Quick summary. Negative visualization prepares you mentally for challenges, helps you appreciate the present, and builds resilience. By imagining the worst, you can live more fully in the moment. Now, let's wrap up this journey of Stoic wisdom and practical insights. As we've explored today, the Stoic approach to life is more than just a philosophy. It's a powerful way to transform your happiness and emotional well-being. By focusing on what you can control, embracing adversity as growth, practicing gratitude, and living with virtue, you can create a life filled with resilience and inner peace. Remember, it's not about waiting for happiness to come to you, it's about actively cultivating it every day through the choices you make and the mindset you adopt. The Stoic practices we've discussed today are simple but transformative, and when applied consistently, they can change the way you experience the world and yourself. Now, ask yourself, what's one Stoic practice you can start incorporating into your life right now? Whether it's reflecting on your values, practicing mindfulness, or embracing challenges as opportunities, take that first step today. You have the power to transform your emotional landscape and build the mental resilience you need to thrive. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more practical wisdom on Stoicism and personal development. And remember, happiness is a choice. Let's choose it together.